Hey guys, just finished watching Titans Season 1, Episode 3, Origins. Wow, what an episode. This was a really good episode. There's pretty cool picks right up after the last episode where we see that the nuclear family has Rachel and stuff. We see that Starfire has actually kind of found her, and we go back to see as to how she kind of finds her and stuff, and go through all this stuff. And it is really cool to see that. And then Dick Grayson even ends up meeting Starfire and stuff. So that's really going to be cool to build up that relationship, the classic relationship between them and from the comics and stuff. So that'll be fun to see that. And then it's all really cool to see as just how things kind of go there. We even see Logan. We see what's his face, Beast Boy. He's in here at one point. They're kind of all here together, but yet he just kind of happens to be there. I think that's kind of cool. Hopefully we get a bit more into him, because so far we've only had like cameos of him at the end. It's just the first one was just kind of teasing who he is, and then now we just have a cameo of him. So hopefully he can get an episode. I feel like at this point we need to start seeing is how his storyline is going to start tying involved, or is it just going to be, hopefully he actually we give him a storyline, because so far, at least from the little bit we've seen of him in this episode, we get a little bit more than just seeing him break into a place in the last time we saw him. But in this one we just see him and he kind of just walks up to Rachel and just kind of straight up, I guess he's interested in her or something, so that'll be cool to see as to kind of how that relationship goes and stuff. And hopefully his storyline will be more than just him being interested in her, and that's why he tries to look her up, find her and kind of hang out with her type of thing, instead of hopefully giving him an actual storyline that comes full circle type of thing. I think it could be an interesting storyline to see as to kind of where he could kind of go and all that stuff. So I think I really like to seeing where things go with this. We see that Dawn's still in the hospital. Good, happy that she's alive and stuff type thing. She's dying, but she's kind of still alive and kind of healing from all that. So that'll be cool to see as to kind of where all that goes and stuff. I thought there'd be a big fight between Hank and Dick and stuff. The way Hank handled that stuff was quite interesting. It was quite, not the way I expected type thing. So that was kind of cool, dealing with all that, and kind of dealing as to where things are going to go with all this. And we have here, if I'm not mistaken, I'm gonna look at. I think we have Dawn Granger. We also have we also have one of the I think it's supposed to be Rachel's mother, so Raven's mother type thing. I'm not sure who they cast for that role type thing, but oh my god, does she ever look like? I'm not sure if it almost looks like they used pictures of Erica Durant, who played Lois Lane on Smallville. She also plays Supergirl's Earth, Krypton mother on Supergirl and stuff. So I thought, oh my god, it looked just like her, a young version of Erica Durant. So I'm not sure if that's intentional or whatnot. I tried Googling and stuff, nothing really comes up, and it doesn't look like she's on here listed on IMDb anywhere as having being on this or any work like this. But I think whatever it is, if they just got the okay to just use her likeness type thing and used old photos of her and photoshopped them to make them look, because unless we end up seeing her later on, which they already have her for Supergirl, but it depends on how busy she is for Supergirl. Maybe she can do that and do this if she's only in a couple of episodes of Supergirl type thing. Who knows? I don't think we've seen her yet in Supergirl, but we're only in a few episodes into the season, so we'll have to wait and see. But all in all, I'm really excited to see as to where things are going to go with all this. I like how things are kind of piecing up, and already we have most of the characters together. We have, Dick Grayson, Starfire, and Raven kind of together. They know Hawk and Dove, or at least Dick Grayson knows Hawk and Dove. So that was really cool dealing with that. We also got the flashbacks to Dick Grayson and, him getting taken in with Bruce Wayne and stuff. And I find it a bit weird. There's a moment where Bruce Wayne just kind of gives him the note type thing saying, I can help you deal with your angers and stuff. I know I've been through that. And it's like, I would have just had him actually say that, type thing, actually do that, and don't actually need to show him. I like the way they're kind of keeping Bruce Wayne in the shadows type thing. You're only seeing the back of him, you're seeing him in the shadows and all that stuff, even when he's not Batman. I like that idea, and I think they should play on that, and just kind of what they should get is to get Kevin Conroy to come back and do the voice of Bruce Wayne, do his Bruce Wayne voice a little bit, and just play with it, make it sound a little bit younger, because obviously, and I think his Bruce Wayne, his voice type thing would be perfect, as he's the classic Batman voice. I think having him just do a couple of voiceover scenes for that one line that he wanted to tell Dick Grayson, rather than actually sending a note. Like, that seems he's trying to make a connection with Dick Grayson, and he sends him a note. Like, I understand how they don't want to show Batman, show Bruce Wayne, on the show and all that stuff, but you could still do that and still have have just say one word, and you have Kevin Conroy do the voice, the classic Batman voice, the classic Bruce Wayne voice, that he does. If I'm not mistaken, he actually changes his voice for Bruce Wayne and not for Batman type thing, since Batman is the original identity, Bruce Wayne is the mask type thing. So I think that's really cool, and it would work here totally. I think they did it back in the day with Mark Hamill's Joker in the Birds of Prey TV show back in 2001. In the intro, or the first episode, we get to see Barbara Gordon getting shot by the Joker and becoming crippled, becoming Overwatch or Oracle for in the Killing Joke, and they actually had that flashback and stuff, but they just had some guy who kind of looks like Joker, and you barely see bits and pieces of him in the shadows, but you have Mark Hamill's Joker doing that one line, so that every episode, whenever they go back to that one scene, which they filmed once, and that's all it needed, to just kind of keep replaying it every time as like a flashback for Barbara Gordon. I think they could do something like that with this, and having Kevin Conroy doing the Bruce Wayne voice whenever we see him. You don't have to see you don't see his face, you don't see anything like that, so it would totally work, and it would be so perfect to see that on the screen. It would be really cool to see him do that. So all in all, I think it's a really cool episode. That Bruce Wayne part was a little weird. I mean, I liked the way it did, but just that note was just kind of like, just talk to him, you know what I mean? Like, it's kind of weird why they're doing that. But yeah, otherwise, I love this show. I can't wait to see where things are going to go. So let me know what you think, guys, about this episode in the comments below. Season 1, Episode 3, Origins, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out.